So again, Simply Flows is a web platform where you can connect your cloud applications and perform, map out your processes and perform those tasks repeatedly. We have created templates for our users so that they can easily get started without the need to actually even build the workflows. So if you come here, you can, for example, select, you want to automate something with your Gmail, you select this template and it gets created for you. Some of them we have not yet implemented, but we know or expect our users to need them. That's why we ask you to vote. This sounds like a very interesting workflow. I want that to be implemented. That's how we'll know to start working on it next. So if we were to select that particular template, which says, whenever a new urgent email enters my Gmail inbox, a calendar event will be created in my Google Calendar, and then a record will be entered into the Google Sheet, which I have provided. Again, the templates create that workflow for you, so no need to do anything. I mean, no need to kind of build it from scratch, but you still need to set it up. So this exclamation mark here shows that you need to do some additional setup. Before I go there, I would like to show you the scheduler. So the scheduler is something which will be used as a trigger, and you can run it, this workflow, every 15 minutes, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, etc. Whatever the need is for you. Because again, you may not need the data every 15 minutes. And also it will be tied to the tier. For like free users, the default value will be 1. For paying users, it will be a different one. And next, you can come and start setting up your workflow. Let me check the time. Okay. So next, I would like to create a workflow from the scratch. As you see, you can add a block here. You can add another block here. And then you'll be able to even merge those two. I'll show you in a minute. So the use case here is that at my company, the marketing team uses Asana. And the development team uses Trello. They share some team members, and they also fall under the same reporting structure, which means that both teams need to send daily reports to their managers. And because these, like the project management is done in 2 separate systems, they will have to basically export the data from one, from Asana in this case, export the data from Trello, and then to combine the data into a Google Sheet, for example, in order to send it to the manager. And they do that every day, which is, as you can imagine, time-consuming and unnecessary. So let me see how I can set it up here. I'll select Asana. This is the first application. I want to get all the tasks from that application. I should have already been connected with my account. I have the option to select the workspace, the project. Then I will test if everything is all right. And now you can see that this exclamation mark has disappeared. And I will do something similar with Trello. I want again to get all the tasks from Trello. This time I'm selecting a board, which is my product development team's board. I will test it. And here, I'm selecting Simply Flows as an application because this is a custom-made merging functionality here, which we are offering to our users. So I want, again, to merge the data from two sources, from two separate applications in this case, and I want to kind of have it in one format at the end, in one place, in a Google Sheet. I can drag and drop the name here. Actually, I will first have to ensure that the merge will take the data from both Asana and Trello. So I will start by dragging and dropping the name. And in this case, because the name is the name of the field or the task in both Asana and Trello, we detected that and we kind of put the field name from Asana, the name field from Trello, and we decided that the resulting field will be name as well. I can do something similar with the description field, but in this case, it is called notes in Asana, while it is a description in Trello. So again, these two will be merged. The data from these two fields will be merged into the same. And I may also want to add when these tasks are due. So I will have, again, the fields are kind of named differently in the different systems. And let me test that. It says it worked. I'm done with this merging of the data. Maybe I should have mentioned that once you do this setup, you save it, and that's all the setup necessary. From that point on, it starts running, in this case, every 15 minutes if you wanted to turn this workflow on. So next, I want to go to Google Sheets. I want to transfer all the data into a Google Sheet. The only thing I need to supply here is the URL of this particular Google Sheet. So this is where I want my data to be transferred to, and this is the URL I provide. That's all. Next, again, I have different field names here in this Google Sheet, so I will tell it which goes where. So I'm dragging the name under the title column. I will select the description or notes here, and I will also put the due on field under the due on column. Let me test it. It says it is successful. And by successful, my expectation is that a test record will be inserted here. That's how we know that this is the right Google Sheet and we can actually write into it. So right now I should be done. But again, of course, I need to add a name for this workflow. So let me name it. Let's say this is Asana and Trello merged into Google Sheets. This is the name of my workflow. Now I can save it. And now we are on the My Workflows area, page, dashboard screen, which will show me all my workflows. Some of them will be turned on, some of them might be turned off. It will also show me all the executions I have had, because based on those executions, there will be some payment eventually. So this is kind of my dashboard where I see where I see it all. Okay, now fingers crossed. Running this workflow, and my expectation is that the data here will be populated from the two systems I have connected it to. So we can see my marketing team has a marketing campaign project here with these tasks in Asana. And my development team has their backlog in Trello. And all the information, all those tasks, not too many right now since it is a test data set, but in reality, there will be quite a few. There will be quite a few of them, and they all got transferred here. From this point on, I could add a block for, let's say, a Slack notification or an email to be sent or whatever else needs to happen in this process, in this workflow. Very briefly, I would like to show the applications. Again, I had already connected to Asana, Trello, Google, but you will have to connect to them. Again, this is a one-time setup only, and that's all. And these are the user settings. So again, you don't need any like IT to set it up for you. We have applications which we have already implemented. We have applications which we recommend for you based on your role and industry, and then your use of our system. And we have some which are coming soon. Again, come here and upvote any which you like. I believe this is all I had.